Are live. I am actually waiting on Kala to come back in. He's having some technical difficulties. But tonight's topic is why do the most dysfunctional, why does the most dysfunctional demographic of Black America, why do they get all the attention? That's today's topic. Kala, you there? Kala.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Or I can hear you
Yeah, can you hear me?
loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes, sir. Kala, it's been a minute.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute, like 3 weeks. Yeah,
We're
great.
live.
Great
We're
to be back
live.
on the show. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
We are live. So, Kala, why does the most dysfunctional demographic of Black America, why do they get all the attention?
Because that's the way white people want it,
Kala.
you know, and that's because white people are more comfortable seeing us losing. The movies historically, any image of black people doing being successful and everything don't sell well with white America, right? And so therefore, what we do is say, hey, look, if that's what white people want to see, that's what we're going to give them. You
Hmm.
know, under the guise of we got to keep it real.
Right.
We got, you got people growing up in look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg grew up in a two-parent home, in the suburbs. Two-parent home. But when you think of Snoop Dogg, what do you think of? Compton, the hood, whatever. Like that's what
Hold
sells.
on. Kala, I got to correct you. Snoop Dogg didn't meet his father to probably like the age into his 20s. He might have had a
Well,
stepdad.
I saw his parents. I saw his parents. They said his parents have been together for like 40 years.
Mm, mm.
I think you have somebody else. I saw of him with his parents, and they said his parents been married for like 50 years,
No,
something like that.
no, no, no.
Or maybe that's his adopted parents or whatever. I don't know.
But go
But
ahead.
they showed a picture. I saw a picture recently with his parents, and it was like the Snoop Dogg's father and mother were together. And he's sitting there taking a picture. And I said, "Oh, he's just nice." I was like,
Mm.
"Wow."
No.
Now, if that was the image of Snoop Dogg for years, you think he would have sold millions of records? No. The image of Snoop Dogg and everybody else has to be negative to why what to sell. And that's the way we are in Black America. We basically got to elevate the people who are losing. Why? Because that's what white people expect of us, and to the point now, that's what we expect of ourselves. And so going forward, we always say, well, how we elevate? Well, how are you gonna elevate when people do come together and they do put together plans? They say, well, okay, we're gonna do this, and they don't get an audience. Say, I got a winning plan. We're gonna deliver black people. We're gonna do this right here. And then nobody shows up. Nobody supports it.
Right.
Nobody gets behind it. And
Right.
people like, hey, look, well, forget it. And then what we do is we come along and tell the white man, why is it we don't have this right here? Why we don't have this? Well, you had the chance, or
Right.
somebody had a plan.
Yeah. It,
Somebody organized.
turns into a plantation complain. A plantation
Right,
complaint.
and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
It's an excuse to engage white people. Let's get with the white man. Let's complain about this. He'll say, boo hoo, we're sorry about slavery, and blah, 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 blah. And we go ahead and feel good. They'll feel bad for a minute, and they'll talk about, oh, yeah, we come a long way and all stuff. It's a cathartic experience, which Negroes need to have. It has nothing to do. People don't really know this, right? A part of our history. Do you know up until like the civil rights movement, majority and engage white America at all? People forget we had the Garvey movement.
Right.
We had the peace movement. The peace movement was an independent movement that sent black men from the United States over to fight in Ethiopia against the Italians.
Hmm.
We had all these movements going on. We had the black people who were going to Paris, during the Paris days and whatnot. So we've always been independent people. We had Paul Robeson in Russia, and we had all these things right here. Black people saying we don't care about America, we don't care about all the stuff like that. We were trying to build independent communities. People don't understand. We had a green. You know what the Green Book is, right?
Right,
The
right,
Green Book was a book of black businesses, right, nationwide that you could stay in, bed and breakfast, hotels, gas stations, whatever like that. That when you're traveling, you don't have to deal with white racism, right? But yet they took the Green Book, right, and bastardized it. Gave put the main character in this movie about the Green Book, made it about the mafia and homosexuality, and a homosexual black man. We don't have enough sense to glorify when we were winning. Do you understand how much money the Negro Leagues used to make? The reason why they got rid of the Negro Leagues, why? Because it was successful.
right.
You have black people out there owning sports teams, becoming millionaires, right? Black
Right.
audience, black crowd, everything, enjoying themselves and everything. And suddenly somebody said, you know something, we got to stop that, right? You could have still kept the Negro Leagues and then integrated into baseball if you wanted to. But the Negro Leagues was a signal, okay, y'all going into the shut down this thing because we don't want black people having anything. That's the same with the reason why they're attacking black colleges. That's what the reason why they're attacking black institutions because they don't want to see anything that from white America. That's what this whole thing about Byron Allen and all this other stuff is going on, right? They don't want black people having any independent platforms or any sort of industries or anything that white people don't have the final say or control is. And the fact that we don't fight for these things, right, hard enough and everything, we don't think it's important, right? We'll sit back and play, we ain't got no media. Well, you got Byron Allen going up against Comcast, right? Where's the support? You know what's going to happen. They'll wait for the Supreme Court, wherever, say no. And then everybody like, see, what I tell you, racism, white supremacy wins again. Instead of getting there now saying, look, let's do this and get this done and get him what he says he's gonna and Comcast needs to renegotiate his contracts or else, right? But no one wants to do that. We're waiting for him to fail, right? So we can have something else to complain about. And then we wonder, and then like I said, it's just another loss. And then we'll sit there and say, look, look what we had. Black Wall Street burned to the ground and everything. Well, why didn't we go rebuild Black Wall Street? I don't know. Why didn't
Yeah, I
we
don't know.
look what we once had in Tulsa. Look, we had all these businesses. But goddamn, that was 100 years ago. Well, you mean tell me in 100 years how to build that again? It's always what we had. Not what we're doing now, what we had. And then the people that want to build something now say, hey, so
We
the
built
future generation
pyramids.
I can say,
Hey, we built Kemet. We built Kemet.
yeah, we built Kemet, we built this, we built that. Well, what do you got now? Well, I don't know. See, but the point is, we built this, we built that. So what do you have now? What are you doing now? Then we try to say, okay, if you say we built Kemet, that means is it capable? Are we capable of building another Kemet in the modern times? No, 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 no. We can't do that. Why can't we? I thought you said we were the fathers of mathematics.
Right.
I thought
Supreme mathematics. Supreme mathematics. Supreme stuff mathematics.
mathematics. Free mathematics, God. I thought Imhotep was powerful and knowing, all knowing being in the world and whatnot. You mean to tell me if he could know all this, know science and everything like that, and you call yourself Imhotep or not, you can't put together a situation where you can build your own nation or whatever like that? No, 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 no. So, like I said, we're stuck on losing. And the
No,
losers
no,
are
no.
elevated. Like I said,
This is what happens, Kala. The minute you bring up building our own nation to the Imhotep, Ankh Ray, Montezuma Bay L Supreme
Bay.
Mathematics. Oh well, we ain't got no military though. We ain't got no military.
We ain't got no military. We ain't got this. We ain't got that. The white man's thing, because no matter what you do, white supremacy, like the girl told you, well, racism in
And
Africa too. Well,
no matter how supreme the mathematics are, no matter how How many we built Kemet? We was here before Columbus books we read. We just the white man is Thanos whenever it comes to
White man
being even
Thanos. Remember
speaking
that
on
girl said to you on your page, why you going to Africa?
who?
Racism is going to be over there with you. So I'm looking at you on a
Yeah,
boat surrounded by all black folks.
right.
You're telling me that you're suffering from racism right there on the boat, you know? I'm like, damn, Dice is on a boat going from Gambia, Senegal to Gambia, and you telling me that he's suffering from racism. And man, if racism is that powerful, man, god damn, we might as well just forget about it, you know? You know?
Tell you what it is, Carla. I'm gonna tell you what it is, Carla. Black people are using poverty, so-called poverty, racism, and the word akata as excuses to as excuses as an excuse. Part of this excuse to not leave white people in America. That's all it is, Carla.
And also this so-called foundational Black America, right? What they're saying is the black people that's on the losing streak, you know, the foundational losing streak, you know, the ADOS people, the white man owes us something and whatnot, no one ever get no reparations, right? Knowing fully well that white people are never going to come around, whatever like that. So you have people stringing on why? Because it's the last decision. See, right now, what they fear is the fact that there's more and more black people who are basically going to the continent and succeeding, and succeeding. That's what they fear. That's what them and white people fear. Why? Because once that happens, right? This is the problem. When people start looking at options outside of America, like Malcolm X said, right? They sort of disengage from the political process in America. You can't have 40 million people disengaged from the political process. You have to either be to the political process. Why? So they have something over you that they could hold as a carrot and a stick. You have to have people. That's why you think so-called black congressmen and all these other people that keep popping up every year and everything, tell us we got to get out and vote. We got to get out and vote. We got to get out and vote. Well, the talk of the town on social media has been we've been doing all that, right? And it's to the point now where this is the sad. We don't even expect to gain anything from the vote. I remember back in the days when I was coming up, right?
Hey, Colin,
At
did you listen to the Colin? Did you listen to the Brian Allen interview
I
on
listened to it. It
Breakfast?
was deep.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there was something that
it was.
really stuck out. There was something. There was a portion of that interview that really stuck out when he was speaking on, I think, how he approached Barack Obama, or Barack Obama approached him about this whole, I, I guess, or as far as these funds being circulated throughout the black
Al
community.
Sharpton and Barack Obama together.
Right. But the thing is, the thing that stuck out was Brian was saying that he cannot get enough black support to pressure Obama to really move it forward because black people were just on this whole, oh, Obama is the president of everybody. He's just not the black folks'
Yeah,
president. He's
yeah,
the
yeah.
president. And then he was
Right,
saying that
right.
he said all these other groups were asking for specifics, but black people are just so happy to have a black face in the White House that we didn't ask for nothing.
Yeah,
Now he's
yeah.
fighting Trump. What
Right.
if we would have put pressure on Obama? Something. Well, no, Obama is he's just such a. I don't
Oh,
know.
and I got this to this day, right? People
Uh-huh.
don't like me criticizing Obama. They always telling me, Colin, why you always coming after Obama? You always criticizing Obama. I said, look,
I mean,
if anybody look at my blog
he was just such a
career,
disappointment.
I supported him. Yeah, it was a disappointment, and not only that, not only was it a disappointment, right? Is they said, well, what could he have done? Well, remember when Loretta Lynch? What was the first speech of Loretta Lynch?
Byron Allen just said what he could have done. If you guys listen to the interview on the Breakfast Club, but go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Loretta Lynch came out and said, we're gonna fight for the transgender people. You know, it was about the transgender bathroom. That was her main thing. That was Eric Garner. She didn't mention Eric Garner, right? She was coming from the district in New York. She didn't mention Eric Garner, right? None of the federal prosecutors took on any of these police killing cases, none of them, right? Florida, forget about it. The U.S. attorney in Florida didn't investigate the mishandling of Trayvon Martin case, the Ferguson. All that was left on the table. Why? Because Obama did not want to upset white people in these states, right? Because his goal was to make sure Hillary gets reelected. Hillary gets elected. So therefore, when Hillary didn't get elected, right, he didn't get elected. Now they want to blame black people for not turnout. Well, the bottom line is this: we didn't ask for much, but when you in your second term, usually you get what you want in your second term, right? That's what we were told. People said, well, wait till he gets that second. Wait till he gets the second term. Wait till he gets the second term. Well, he got the second term, and then something. Like the last year when he was in office, I said, well, wait till he gets on last year. Let's see what he does, right? The last year passed, right? He's going around the world making all these speeches and everything with his neo global agenda, pushing homosexuality, pushing all this kind of this globalism, damning Brexit, damning all something about what's going on as far as like police shootings, the civil rights laws of civil rights act, civil rights department of the justice system was so weakened under Obama. I thought it was weak under George Bush, but it got weak because he refused to investigate or refused to prosecute, any police officers, use any oversight, which he could have done. That would have been something to tell black people, something. I care about you. I care about your concern and everything like that. We know he couldn't have done a whole lot. He didn't even do that. Then he expected us to get out there and beat the street for Hillary, and that didn't happen. Now Black America is like in a limbo. We don't know who to vote for. We don't know who to support. We don't care about the Democrats and everything. So we don't have any real anything to gain by it. Now that along comes now that since the black political process is dead in America, nothing works and everything. You can't get any bills from Congress. The Democrats don't have anything as far as like the whatever like that. They don't have any criminal justice reform. They don't have really going on here. The last thing a lot of people latch onto is the argument about reparations, right? And so everybody wants to rally on reparations as the last thing. Now, when that fails, right? When that fails, right? There's nothing left but Black Americans will like, well, it came to civil rights. They ended with reparations. That failed, right? And so, therefore, there's absolutely nothing left to gain in America. So, Black America is going to take a complete loss. But you know what will happen, Titus?
What's gonna happen?
All the people, even though they lost the reparations debate, you know what they're going to be? We're going to be celebrating them. Yvette Carnell's going to be given a statue. Oh, she fought for reparations. Well, she didn't lose. She didn't win. You know, Tone Talk will be given a holiday. We didn't get. We celebrate losers. Right? Because as long as you lose in Black America, right? As long as you made us feel good at one time, right? You want to celebrate it. Well, what do you do? And then I didn't see the interview where like we were talking this afternoon. I don't know if I want to mention or piss people off, right? About Dr. Claude Anderson, right?
What about
You
it?
know, well, well, this is controversial, right?
Go ahead.
For everything, right? You gotta admit, Byron Allen Craig is a successful man, right? He's a successful man. Do you think Claude Anderson is in any position to critique Byron Allen?
Say that again. You kind of went in and out.
Do you think Dr. Claude Anderson is in any position to critique Byron Allen?
No.
Right, no. Why? Because Dr. Claude Anderson rate him and everything like that. He doesn't have any major wins under his belt. You know, we have a situation where we had a guy that made a movie called 7 a.m. Right? And wow, he had a bunch of heavy hitters on his movie. He had Dr. Umar Johnson. I sat down with the incomparable Dr. Umar Johnson, who was opener for Pan African school. What was that? 7, 8 years ago. You
Umar
know,
Johnson. Umar
school
Johnson
member.
was AM.
Yeah, he was on 7 a.m. Yeah,
He was okay.
I sat down with Umar Johnson.
I
I sat
haven't
down
seen it.
with. Yeah, yeah. I never seen it, but I saw the. I saw the
Are
one
you
clip he
sure,
did.
Doctor? Are you sure? Okay.
It
Okay.
was Umar
Okay. Yeah.
Johnson. He was on 7 a.m.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
on 7
All right.
a.m. He
Go
was
ahead.
on 7 a.m. Claude Anderson, all these other people right here. Social media has elevated people that should not we made a lot of people famous in social media that really never really accomplished anything, right? But we made them superstars, on the forefront. And the same thing happened with this ADOS movement, right? The ADOS movement is going to take a lot of people down with it because it's going absolutely nowhere. Writing on the wall. I see the writing on the wall. There's no way that the political system in America can deliver reparations. Like I said, what reparations is a sanction. When people say, well, the Japanese got reparations, how many times I have to tell you, the Japanese got compensation. And also, like Byron Allen said in that interview, did you hear that one part he said, but for, when he said, but for, did you catch that part? When he
But
said, but
for.
for? Okay,
But for.
but for means you can know what for means in legal verbiage, right? You could claim discrimination, right? But let's say discrimination has to be majority based on race, right? It has to be 99%. It can't be anything but for someone else. Someone else can say, well, no, we fired you or we didn't give you this because of this, right? Of this. So all they have to do is put a but for in there and say that's a disqualifying thing, and that gives
Hey,
away the whole argument.
I was gonna say, do you have like an like a mic, or because I know the sound on my end isn't that good, and people are saying the same thing in the chat room. It's just the sound is just.
Hold up,
And
something.
guys, hit
Hold on,
that
let me
like.
see something.
Guys, hit that like button as you come into the chat room. I know sometimes the sound is better on your phone.
Yeah, I might have to go to my phone. I turned the volume down. Does that sound better? You still hear that?
Yeah, go ahead. But I think just kind of talk slower and
You
so-
okay? Let me
yeah,
talk slower.
we hear
So
you, but
so
just
so therefore, like I was
yeah,
saying,
talk slower.
right, right, right. I think the next time I'll use my headphones. Out my car. I didn't run out right out there and get those. And I have to shut my computer down and do all that stuff like that and load them back up. But the whole thing is, Byron Allen said, in the 1988 they had a Civil Rights Act, right? And we always praise everything with civil rights in there. That's when they changed the legal verbiage to protect companies that don't hire black people, right? And don't and it made it harder for people to claim discrimination. Okay, in that same Civil Rights Act, they put the Japanese reparation or compensation bill in there as a rider. Okay, they put that in there as a rider, and so therefore, that's what's going on, right? When people talk about the Japanese reparations, Japanese never got reparations; they got compensation. It was like around good about $400, $500 a piece, like $20,000 per family. They never got reparations; they got compensation, and that was stuck on a bill that you thought that was for you. But the bill, the Civil Rights Bill, that was the biggest joke on Black America, was actually done to limit the claims and the liability as far as like civil rights, and we held it as a civil rights bill because it had civil rights on it. So people don't really understand that what you are really up against, right? Like what Byron Allen said, thing. These people that run America, and I saw this years ago with companies like Salon and Sony and all these other people right here. These people, these white people up on top, right? They have their chosen black people that's going to do their bidding for them in the media, right? Anytime you see somebody in the black people in the media, for the most part, they're chosen by the establishment to say what they want to say and total line, and everybody's on code, right? Everybody's on code. Right now, the white media The white liberal media does not like Donald Trump, so every black person got to get on a code and say, "I don't like Donald Trump," whatever like that, whatever it is. The white media is pro homosexual, pro LGBTQ. Every black person got to get on code and say that, or you're not going to be invited to the red carpet. You're not going to be invited to the banquets. You're not going to be invited to the award shows, and that's what it is, right? Because they control it. Now, if we had our own independent media, right, which would be a breakthrough, the ultimate goal is our own nation, right? But if we don't have our own nation, right? If we had our own media platforms and everything, we had our own media and our program and everything like that would change the narrative a little bit in Black America,
Yo,
right?
guys,
I put it.
make sure you, guys, make sure you hit one second, caller. Guys, make sure you hit that like button as you come to the chat room. Hit that like button, and also if you want to call in, Baruchi, if you want to call in, shout out to Kai. Hello, Kai. Guys, and Fafum Lao. Guys, if you want to call in, the email is search for Uhuru at gmail.com. Search for Uhuru at gmail.com. If you want to call in and ask a question, by all means, call in. All right, go ahead, caller.
Okay, so what we're saying is about people, the losers in Black America. It's to the point now. Black people understand something deep down in front of them. This is not our. So we feel that anytime somebody's winning is because white people let them win or whatever like that. We don't believe in black people making things on their own merits, right? That's
Mhm.
why we don't really celebrate when black people do win. You know, we say, "Oh yeah, that nigga's up there with the white people and everything like that." But when black people legitimately win, right? We don't say embrace it enough to say, "Okay, well, I'll take that as a win. I'll take that as inspiration." When Tyler Perry built the studios right there, I took it as a win. Why? Because I'm sick and tired of seeing us lose. And the reason why I'm sick and tired of seeing us lose is, and I had to put some people in their place around the world. I'm saying, look, they said, "Whoa, you guys are doing so bad." I'm like, wait, ho. We understand that just because I say nationhood and all stuff like that, I'm not gonna let people discount this tremendous amount of success, despite the odds that we have in Black America. There's a black. I posted on Facebook a black company, a real estate company that did $15 billion worth of transactions, real estate transactions, which is a win. Now, should I be like, no, 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 let's cover that up because we want to say doom and gloom and woe is me, you know, the woe is me crowd wants you to be like, okay, we're all everything. They don't want you to say, okay, these people are winning. Jay Morrison. You know, I saw him interview another brother who took his course, right? Is now the guy said he bought a home for $17,000. He's gonna get a loan to put 100,000 in the house is for 200,000. So he's gonna make 100K off a house. He had him and his mother out there because he took Jay Morrison's course. I'm like, that is winning. Now people will say, "Well, Colin, man, I thought you was black now." Yeah, look, I understand that, but in order for us to realize nationalism and everything, we need winning. We need winners. What you call it? Diane was telling me about his brother, IJ down in Senegal. I saw he has a new restaurant. You know, the Dream. You know, I'm like, wow. You know, winning. If you're talking about building overseas and going overseas and everything, you gotta be have wins. You gotta have some wins in your belts. Why? Because right now, if you keep putting out the negativity in Black America, right, and you keep covering up the losses. Every time you see YouTube, every time I see people on YouTube, they're always complaining about how bad things are in Black America. Yeah, we got bad problems. Why don't we ever talk about the success? Why? Because when the success happens, right, people are going to gravitate and you're going to inspire people to do better. And then when you inspire people together, people get together and they'll do better. And you say, okay, we can accomplish anything. If we're doing this, you're winning, I'm winning, and this person's winning right here. Let's all us winners get together and let's do something. But if every time I look around and whatnot, it's doom and gloom. Studies show that man's gonna die at the age of 45. Studies show black women that one in five teen girls are this, and all this negativity. What about the large numbers of black kids? Hampton University. I said this the last time I was on your show. They said they reported 700 black male students, right? That got a 3.5 grade point average, right? Now, that's a college, right? Hampton University is a good college. Now, why isn't that right on we complain about the mainstream media, right? We complain about the mainstream media not showcasing black success or talking negative. But go on Facebook, go on Twitter. Do you see stuff like that posted? No. We're doing more damage. We're doing more damage. I look at some of these people that I've done over the last 2 weeks. I've unfollowed so many people. So many people on Facebook. Why? Because all you're doing is posting negativity and garbage. And I look and I post stuff on Facebook. I'm gonna see who shares this. I put that post up there of the black kids doing well. 700 students with a 3.5 grade point average, right? 2 or 3 shares. I put a video up where I showed dudes my deadly clown series where I get 50 shares. You know, dudes hacking the fool. I post something about it gets shared all over the internet. I get Boom Quisha out there doing acting a fool, fighting in a Waffle House and whatnot. It gets shared over the internet. World star, world star. So we do the same thing. So it looks like to the world, right? And thanks to you and social media, because the image of Black America has gone down since social media. I thought, in my humble, naive appeal, right? When I first got on social media, what I thought was, wow, we got a way to improve our image to the world, right? Little did I know, well, then I should have known, because I claim that I have a PhD in Negroology, right? I should have known back then, right? Right? Then I should have known because I try to give my people the benefit of the doubt. I said, oh, people got access to the internet now. They're gonna upload good images of themselves. We're gonna see a positive side of Black America and everything like that. Nothing could be further from the truth, right? Black people who do normal things, right? I go out there, I see people out there doing normal things, owning businesses and everything. Guy out with his family and whatever like that. Normal things, kids graduating and everything like that. Never gets posted on social media. Why? Because most people don't put this on social media. But the fools, the ignorant, the clowns in Black America, whatnot. Oh, let me get that. They upload it to YouTube and whatnot, and that's it. And that's the image we give off. And I tried to check a lot of African bro. Look, what you see on social media is not real Black America, and they don't really want to believe that. I said, look, well, what about all the crime? I said, look, that's not the whole entire Black America. That's not even a percentage of Black America. That's what you see online. That's what you see online, because that's what that's what. So therefore, we have an addiction to losing Black America because it makes us feel better. It makes us feel better. It makes us comfortable. It makes us comfortable. It makes us comfortable. Why? Because we don't want to ever challenge white America. White America, we recognize it as a supreme, right? And we don't want to challenge that. To challenge white America means death. We don't challenge why the fact that they run everything. Why they rule over us? Why is it that we went to generate $1.2 trillion and everything? Why is it that they get 99% of that? Why is it that when we look at any city in America, right, you may have 50, 60% black population, 80% of the police force. Why is it the fire department 90% of the white? Why is it that when you so-called school districts, one of the reasons why it's failing is because you don't have parity. You have a whole black school district, 80% black students, but at least half the school teachers are white. We don't question that. Why? Because the bottom line is we don't want to. To do so means that we're going to have to court a confrontation with white people. So we just take the law. We continue to tolerate failing schools. We continue to tolerate regentrification of our community. We continue to tolerate crime, police brutality, all stuff like that. Why? Because we're addicted to losing. We can't go without having something pop off in Black America, and we're saying if there's not a police shooting, we get bored. Damn, it's been 2 weeks. And we haven't had this police shooting. Man, it's getting bored around here. We got to, what's going on? Something, things going. It's almost the point where we basically want to have the conflict and everything. Why? Because we don't want peace. We don't want peace. You ask yourself, what's the end game? Is that all we want to do? We want to live in misery. We want police brutality. We want crime. We want unemployment. We want stuff like that. We want all of the jobs who are coming out saying that there's now. No, I can't even. I can't even say this. Right?
Hold
The black.
on 1 second. Kaz, call in. Call in. The link is in the chat room. Send me an email and I'll send you the link. We're taking calls, so call in.
Yeah, call in. Anybody wants to call in, please call in. Call in. Call in.
And guys, make sure you hit that like button as well. Hit the like button. I leave for Nigeria on Monday. Our tour is going on. I leave for Nigeria on Monday. All right, go ahead, Colin.
Oh, by the way, who do you have coming with you this time?
Huh?
Who do you have coming? Anybody I know?
No, nobody. I don't think so. Nobody that you know, no.
Okay, yeah, what you call it? So yeah, Tori told me about the last one. Tour in Nigeria one night. John Cashin, he met Mustafa, and it was like really so I've been playing those two lately and on WhatsApp and everything. So yeah, that last tour, they told me it was really really good. I wish I could come, but my plan is to go to Liberia in January. That'll probably be my first trip to Africa. And I'm definitely going to want to tour. But I heard Nigeria, what they want, $300 for a visa and a shot. That's what John got, $300 and some shot, whatever, like some medical thing.
You got to do biometrics. It's like almost around $300. You got to do biometrics. Yeah.
Wow, that's well. I guess it's worth. I said for a trip like that, I guess it's worth $300 for biometrics. Yeah. But that's it. So the bottom line is we have to turn the thing around. There's nothing wrong with being identified or supported.
Let me say something real quick. ADOS Nigel, I'm not supporting. No, I do not want to see the Harriet movie. It has nothing to do with the lead being Nigerian. No. It's just from the onset, the trailer looked trash. Like I don't see how anybody could see that trailer and would have thought that movie would have been good at all.
Yeah. What I heard,
the trailer was trash. So no, I'm not.
What I heard, Dinus, right? And like I said, I should have known what Hollywood. I looked at the lady who did it. She looked like one of those black black girl magic chicks and whatnot. The writer, she was saying that the main hunter, and I always thought Harriet Tubman. She always shot down slave traders and slave catchers and everything like that. But the main hunter of the movie was a black.
Colin, what they're doing, they're
revisiting history.
Well, that too. But if you're a black heterosexual male, you're evil. So you're evil. That's what they're doing.
And then they made the white slave owner, some slave owner sympathetic.
Yeah, they want Zaddy. Yeah, they wanted Zaddy.
So basically, what they're saying, what that says to the average white person, listen, see, we're not all that bad. We helped black people out. It wasn't all based on race, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? It was a lie. You know what Harriet Tubman said? She said she didn't trust any white man. You know the only white man she trusted in history? John Brown. She said John Brown was a real hero for her race because he put his life on the line. She didn't trust any of these white people. So I never heard about a black slave captain like that. Where does this come from? I read Harriet Tubman. I never heard this. It was a black slave catcher and white people helping her and everything. The black male was the bad guy and the white guy. So like I said, it's trash, utter trash and garbage. And then I'm gonna talk about this, and I'm sick and tired of this other thing too. Malcolm X image and legacy needs to be protected because of being trash right now. You have the movie with Godfather Hall, a TV show Godfather Hall, which is good garbage, made by all you people out there living. It's made by an Asian, right? And these people know that you're star for entertainment, right? you understand something about how Black America works, right? Everybody else, the Asians, everybody are moving and shaking. They're making deals. They're moving the world to the next level. They're moving the needle, whatever, like that. They know that the Black people in America, all you're going to spend your money on is entertainment. So they're going to give it to you, right? They know, that, okay, you got a little bit of conscious Malcolm X in you, right? You talk like that, right? So they'll give it to you. But you know you got a little bit of gangster about you and everything like that, right? So they'll give it to you. So hence, they have a scene where Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X are shaking hands. Now that goes against everything we all know about Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a dead set against the thugs and the gangsters. He said the most dangerous thing in Black America was the lure of the streets, of the ghetto hustlers, and the people who put it. Bumpy Johnson was a heroin dealer. He pushed heroin in the community. Malcolm X was delivering people from heroin. So how the hell you gonna get up there and tell me with a straight face Malcolm X and Bumpy Johnson were friends? You know, and this is what's going on. This was going on in Black America. You got a Harriet movie, you got all these movies coming out attacking Black America, attacking who we are, and everything. We're just taking losses. Why? Because we settle for anything, and people don't even know. Wait a minute here. You know, who's behind these movies? There's got to be a reason why somebody's going to put. No one puts anything on television, right? And thousands of dollars put the program on TV that's going to be for your benefit. They're trying to change you a certain way. Okay, you can talk about Malcolm X or not, but yeah, but you can still be gangster. And what that does is trivializes Malcolm X's message. Wow, yeah, well, Malcolm X is not here. So I you could throw the Malcolm X. If you read his last book, right? I suggest anybody haven't done that, get Malcolm X's book called His Last Speeches. That's the most important book he ever written. It came out in 1990. I bought that book in 1990, and it changed. Even I read a lot of Malcolm X's books. I read autobiography, but those were his last speeches, his last 3-4 days of his life. And he basically was based this book right here. And the reason why he was assassinated and they tried to bury him, the guy who had these speeches, right, was living in Peru. The guy who had to find these speeches, right, he had to go all the way to Peru in the mountains, right, with this guy, one of Malcolm X's disciples. And he said he got the stuff right and he got permission to publish them. These were speeches, right, that was so explosive, right, that the FBI and the CIA and everything wanted to think. Malcolm X called for ultimately a nation for black people on the African continent. He said that America is never going to change. He said that. He said the civil rights movement and affirmative action, all that stuff like that, is a waste of time. He said in 1965, he said, look, what's going to happen? Everything he predicted, right, about America is coming to pass. He said, you're going to go in for a little while, you integrate for a little while, but after a while, white America is going to reach its limits about how they can assimilate millions of black people. They're not going to want to integrate with you to the point of mixing with you and stuff like that. He said, you can never escape your slave past and everything, and sooner or later, you're going to have to confront the legacy of slavery in America. Or everything he said is coming to pass right now. And that's what we're faced with right now. We have people out here who think all this stuff is going to go away and everything, and it never has. And so, therefore, when I read that book, I was like, wow. And then also he talked about how propaganda works, right? And this is something about the show tonight. He talked about how the media could turn the victim into the perpetrator, and the perpetrator into the victim. You know, he could tell you. He said, look, he said it'll have you, even me, when I'm looking at this stuff. He said it'll make you feel like you are the thing. When he said when they show the riot and stuff like that, he said it'll turn you against yourself. It'll make you turn yourself. He says he makes the victim seem like they're the perpetrator, and the perpetrator seem like they're the victim. He said that's
Sure.
a power of propaganda. He talked about. He says no image making.
Hey,
And
we got brother.
narrative.
Okay, we got
Go ahead, brother.
brother Young Lion on. Young Lion, go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, peace and blessings, brother. Can I be heard? It's my first time doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I'm the brother that's going to Africa tomorrow. Actually, I just want to ask you because you're talking about like with the slave thing. I was listening earlier. You brought up the whole the the brother Byron, that his Breakfast Club interview, and I just find it crazy that in 2019 they're still having conversations about the civil rights being removed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like just a couple weeks ago, Kanye West was having that interview with Big Boy, and he was like, "Hey, he was subtly saying that we don't have a culture here, like what we call a culture in Black America is kind of borrowed." You know what I'm saying? And me myself, knowing this stuff and looking into it, it's like I'm starting to really realize that we really don't have a culture here in America. We really don't have nothing to call our own, because everything we have is like they have a hand in it. They finance it. It's like they take over every single thing we try to, have that we can call our own. So I
I
was
agree.
wondering what you guys,
Right.
yeah, I was wondering what you
I
guys thought
agree.
about that, because
I agree.
that's a big part of my decision of going back to the motherland so I can establish something of my own. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anything we do here is kind of like compromise from the beginning, you know?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. The whole thing is this. I remember one time we had hip hop. Man, I remember when I was, you probably before your time, bro. When I was a kid, when white boys didn't listen to hip hop, can you believe it right now? You probably don't believe that. White boys did not listen to rap music. They didn't listen to hip hop, soul. They didn't listen to the Gap band. They didn't listen to the jazz band. They have all black music, right? We had black radio stations, right? We had black radio stations. You probably not old enough to remember that. In Chicago, New York, and everything, we had what we call black radio stations, right? You know, famous DJs and everything like that. They screened what went on the air, right? They controlled what went on the air in the Black America. We have black-owned record companies, Sugar Hill, Profile, and other labels. Black-owned records that made sure that what went to the public was a certain way. We control our culture and everything. But like I said, man, somebody along the line came along and said this. And I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the clothing label Calkin 9?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Do you remember Calkin 9?
yeah.
yeah,
The young bro. You remember Calkin 9? Do you remember Fubu?
yeah, yeah. I remember all that. Yeah, I'm 32. Yeah.
Okay, Fubu, Calkin 9, and Crosscode. You know what's unique about that? But they wrote this out of the talking points.
What's that?
Those were all black-owned companies that were black manufacturers.
Mm.
Black label Carcanine was with Crosscode. Then he started Carcanine. He was doing his own manufacturing, right? And you know what he did? He went to Tupac. He went to different rappers and everything and said, "Yo, I want you to wear this in your video." And the rapper said, "Okay, Carl, cool, cool." And he would go to different rappers and say, "I want you to wear this right here." No big mass media marketing, none of that stuff like that. And guess what? Guess what happened? People saw it in the video, right? Right? Saw the video, and they went to the stores like, "You ain't carrying that coffee 9?" It forced stores to start ordering the stuff. Then food
So,
followed the same model, right?
so let me just
Black
let me,
manufacturers, black businessmen, black distribution, right? Then somebody else came along and said, "You know something? This ain't going right. This ain't going right. Okay, we're gonna give people their hip hop gear, but we're gonna take it a different level. We got to bring corporate America into it, you know." And then they came up with Rockaware and Sean John and all these other people. What was the difference between them? One, they were corporate owned. Two, they did their manufacturing offshore. And three, their marketing and distribution was controlled by white companies and everything. But the face of it was Jay Z, Dame Dash, or P Diddy and Puff Daddy and all these other people. Same thing
right.
what happened with Master P with No Limit Records. He was making. He said, "Look, I'm making my own records and whatnot. I make all the money right here. I got the publishing, everything like that." He made all the money that all himself or not. People like this music. He would go right directly to the customer, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
they came up with another group called Cash Money, which corporate owned.
Mm-hmm.
Then they said, "Okay, we could do this to Fubu. We could do this to Cash, the No Limit or not. Let's go take over Black Radio." We used to have independent Black Radio.
Collar. Cash Money, No Limit work corporate owned. They were
No,
independent.
no,
They
not
were
corporate owned.
independent. The only thing they got were distribution deals. For the most part, they were independent.
I know, but what I'm saying with Master P, when he put out his records one night, he made all the money off his stuff, all his CDs and stuff like that. He owned that. It wasn't like the thing where you get 30% royalty, 30% like that. You got to do a certain amount of shows and everything. or point. They didn't have the point. Master P put out his own stuff.
Mhm.
You know, he had his own distribution. He was selling out. Master P was selling out of his car. You know, and he took that same model and made a business out of it. That's why he made so much money. You know, cash money was different. You know, it's corporate. You know, but look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
So
Look it up.
my
Like
thing
I
is
said,
this: it seems like in this society, in order for you to get to a certain level, you have to let them harness your energy in some way or take advantage of your craft, or pretty much, you can't, you like Dave Chappelle was kind of talking about, like you lose all creative functioning. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas if you go to Africa, you got full control over everything you do. You know what I'm saying? But here it's like you gotta have somebody son you, or you know what I'm saying, like harness your energy, whether it's in the music industry, whatever industry. You don't have no sovereignty in that. You don't have, there's no real quote unquote African American bosses. Like when I say bosses, like beyond Leor Cohen and them guys. You know what I'm saying? I haven't yet to see one. So it's like, what can we do? You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I'm like, we need to get the hell up out of here. But most of my friends and peers, they're just so stuck on trying to get a seat at the table. You know what I'm saying? They just want to get by and just you know what I'm saying, just live
right.
a normal, just whatever existence. It ain't about thriving or building an empire or anything like that. It's just,
Yeah, we
hey,
have to.
that's just
Yo, bro, what we have to do is take our winning mentality over to the continent. You know, we have to take
right.
if we see opportunity, say, look, when you get your aha, when you go to the continent, you see an aha moment. Like, dag, man, I know I could have never done. You ever see that movie, the TV show Black Without Borders?
Nah.
Yeah, yeah, I
That's a
have.
good show. It came out in 2006. It's about Black African Americans who moved to South Africa, right? And
Oh,
they
I
did
did see
really
that.
good, huh?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. It was in Durban.
Okay. But one
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it's Durban, there was in Johannesburg, all other places. One of the things that came out of that was the dude was like, one brother of the African Venture Park says, "Look, man, if I tried to," he said, "I was on the back end of a $1 billion transaction with Virgin, Virgin Group, right? Richard Branson,
Mhm.
right?" He said, "In America, I could have never even been at the table. That's just the reality. The stuff Byron Allen's going through, right? If he took his thing to South Africa, he wouldn't even have any problem. You know what I'm saying? If he
My,
said
my,
we're going to build a satellite, put a satellite up there, and we're going to create, English language media, which desperately probably needs, because it's like what, well, at least 300 people, a million people on the continent that speak English, right?
yeah.
You know, you could create English language, or Swahili language, or everything. It's like at least Nigeria. Most people speak English in Nigeria, so probably like 300 million people on the continent that speak English, right? There's a huge market right there for programming in English, right? But
Right.
like I said, you know, I wish Byron Allen a lot of luck. You know, I honestly, I think in many ways, what we're trying to do in 2019 is kind of too late. You know, I'm focused on the African continent, what we can build on the continent as a future, right? Because I don't think we could go another generation of just dealing with this back and forth with the white man. You know,
Yeah.
when another race of people hold the strings and everything, and we're so comfortable with our losses and everything, we just get to the point where we just get punched from. Okay, yeah, we lost again. They said
Well,
no. You
the thing,
know,
see, I look at America like it's like a gift and a curse. The gift aspect is, this is one of the most successful empires in history. We got access to so many resources and information just from being here. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But we all know the curse aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? That we don't even got to bring it up. But it's just the gifts that we have. We have a lot of knowledge that we can harness, and we can take it to the continent. When you look at, I remember Dynas did a show a while back with a guy who had like these thick books with all these black inventions, and he was like real excited talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just we take these same ideas and inventions that our ancestors had and take them to the continent where it'd be more appreciated. We can use them even better.
right,
It's like we should all be on that type of thing, And these white people, they're on that. The Chinese, they're on it. Everybody else is on it but us.
right. Like I was telling you, young bro, I was just saying a minute ago. While the Chinese and everybody else are doing that, right? You know what they're giving us? They're giving us entertainment. They're giving us a bumpy. They're trying to nullify Malcolm X's message by putting him with Bumpy Johnson. So you got the gangster side and you got the conscious side. They're playing us.
Right.
Do Negroes understand you being played? You know, they say, okay, we got two different crowds out there. We're gonna get the market. We got the straight what they're really where they're really clowning us, right? We got
Yeah.
the conscious dude, right? We gotta give something to him. So we got Malcolm X, right? We got the thug element in Black America right there. So we gotta create this audience. We got both
Mm-hmm.
of them together. We can give him Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X in a 1 hour TV show a week. We're
Mm-hmm.
getting played. And it's an Asian woman that put that together.
Wow.
Do you understand? We're getting played. We're getting clowned. You know, we're supposed to be on the continent building stuff, and we're not competing with them. Building
And
infrastructure, building railways, building all the stuff like that. That's what we want to do. But yet we're stuck in America talking about, oh yeah, this, that, and the other thing. But like I
yeah.
said, things are changing. Brothers, like, as long as we got young brothers like you that's willing to go to the continent, everything like that, and be successful. Once you're successful, and people over there
Yeah.
see you shining, like our brother
Mm-hmm.
RJ over in Senegal and whatnot. I got several brothers in my organization, the BAO, that's on the
Mm-hmm.
continent, that's doing things and everything. We got a couple of big things happening right now,
Right.
on the continent right now, and when people start seeing the success, and you're over there happy, when you're sitting there still talking about racism and supremacy, or you're on the continent eating food and everything like that, you're like, whoa, and what am I doing? Are you in the
Right.
wrong place? See, the whole
So.
thing is about winning, right? We Pan Africanists, what we have to do is start collecting wins. If
Mm-hmm.
Black America want to keep collecting losses, let's collect the wins, whether they're in America, whether they're in Africa. Let's identify with the wins. And
Yeah.
so as long as we keep winning, we say, okay, we'll take that brother as a win, right? Why? Because the bottom line is when we win, they win and say, look, whoa, you're the winner. Whoa, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
Oh, that police brutality bill y'all was trying to get passed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, didn't do it. Man, how y'all do? Oh man, we just signed multi-billion-dollar deals, man. We're doing this right over here, man. We're
let me
winning.
let me just say this, and I'm gonna get off soon. But one of my homeboys, man, he's from Chicago, man. This dude is he did hard time in the pen. You know what I'm saying? He traded in the financial markets and went to Zimbabwe, uh, and then Uganda. And in Zimbabwe, he's working with the government there to get a
I think I
cannabis.
know him.
Yeah, his name is Jay. And he's also in Uganda. He's got a lot of things going on, like exporting honey and different things. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, he
Yeah,
just literally,
I think I talked to him before.
yeah, I mean, he's making big moves, talking to prime ministers, and he's just a regular guy from, regular brother from the States, you know what I'm saying? But he went there with a vision, and it's like everything that he's got projects and plans and multi-million dollar things going on that he never would have thought he would have had in place, just going over
Right.
there. But it's
Yeah,
just, if he's,
I think I spoke to him. I read about that brother.
yeah, but if he can do that as a normal brother that was in Chicago, part of the system, it's like we all can do that, man. And that's my thing. I feel like a lot of us we have so much faith in this system. We have so much faith in America subconsciously. It's like we don't want to. It's like we don't want to step out of that comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're stuck mentally on thinking that it's going to get better.
We're
One of
missing
these
his face.
days. One of these days, it's going to just one of these days. I mean, 400 years
Right,
plus it
right,
ain't.
right, 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 right. One of these days.
So, all right, brother. I just wanted to check in with y'all, man. But yeah, I'm leaving out 10:17 tomorrow morning, and I'm not
All
coming
right,
back.
brother. Hey,
Yeah.
have you connected with Blacksit?
Not yet. I've talked to certain individuals there, but not her, the lady. But I do plan on connecting with her when I get there.
Okay, send me an email and I'll connect you to her. Send me an email.
All right. I appreciate that.
All right, brother.
No
All
problem.
right. All right. All right. Peace and blessings.
Please. Next up, anybody else?
Oh no, that's it. What we'll do, we'll go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and close out. That's it.
Yeah. But like I was saying earlier, right? We used to have black radio, right? Which we proud of. We used to have urban radio, black radio, and everything like that. All that's gone. I looked at. Then it dawned on me the other day, right, Dinus, right? And I'm listening to 92.1. That's an oldie station, right? Clear channel and everything. And I'm seeing how they did this, right? They recruit your DJs, your radio personalities, your black personalities in America, right? And they're up there. Yeah, iHeart. When I'm saying iHeart is, then it dawned on me, right? did we really think that the white man was ever going to let us have that 1.2, 1.5 trillion dollars that we generate? Did we really ever think you're going to give that up? You know, we think because we generate 1.5, we got power. We don't. The white man's going to make sure that every dime that we generate goes right back into his system because he considers it theirs. That we are his property or whatever like that. We just take these freaking losses and everything like that. But like I said, it's just time to start elevating people who are winning, right? Because if people like I said, this young brother right here, I'm really excited about for this young brother. He's going to the continent. He wants to do his thing, and like I said, I wish him all the best of luck. Those of you on the continent right now that are successful, that's doing things and everything like that. Hey, look, we'll take the wins. We'll take the wins and everything like that. Leave the losers back in America. Let the losers sit here and complain on YouTube all day and all night about what's wrong with Black America. We ain't got nothing. The white man's gonna do this. The white man's gonna do that and everything like that. We ain't got no money, everything like that. So you keep doing that. You keep doing that, and what we're gonna do is keep identifying the thing. And like I said, I didn't think there was gonna be a blowback to Tyler Perry's thing. But certain members of the YouTube community attacking Tyler Perry. That ain't no win. That ain't no nothing. Whatever like that. He just built a studio. He's hosting Miss World USA. He's hosting the Democratic thing. He's hosting a couple things. In his studio. He's raking in the money and everything like that. Got black people putting the work and everything. And to the point now where a couple other things was some other thing he said he was having at his studio. I forgot what it was. I was really excited about. He said, "What was I doing anything? Why? Because if you take that as a small scale, then you can envision something bigger than Tyler Perry's studio. But if you don't want to even acknowledge that as success, then how are you going to talk about something on a grander scale? So you got to take your wins and put them in your pocket and put them on your shoulder and wear them as a badge of honor. I'm gonna take that as a win. I'm a win for the black community. He didn't ask for a seat at the table. He created his own table. Isn't that what we should be all about?
Right.
So therefore, we're gonna start emphasizing black wins because I do believe the Pan African movement and the nationalist movement has to be about winning. That's the only way we're going to defeat these people that want to doubt us, right? By identifying with the people that are doing stuff, right? Jay Morris, he's winning. You know, I'm going to identify with him and support him. Anybody that's winning, I'm going to identify as support him. Those of you people who are losing want to complain, want to sit back and cry, boo hoo, why God has forsaken me, woe is me, and everything like that. Y'all Negroes got to go. I'm sorry. I would suggest to you, go to your nearest building, right, and nosedive off the building head first.
Okay, all right, hold on. Some
Oh,
of the
no, I
comments
didn't mean that.
made by College Genesis are not.
You're
What's the
not to the guy search for Huru show.
yeah. Some of the comments and thoughts and ideas made by College Genesis are not those of Search for a Hoover. Okay, there we go.
Not,
No,
not
whatever the disclaimer is.
suicide prevention. Please don't call me. I mean, I didn't mean that.
Yeah. We do not. Yeah, no.
We don't hate losers. We don't hate losers. You know what I'm saying? We just want you to get some help. We want you to start winning. The doom and gloom people, y'all got to do something about yourselves.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So the white man isn't in Africa who was controlling the import and export, who rules the seas, trade routes, the skies.
Lord have mercy.
Then we gotta go. Please address that. Then we gotta go.
Look, the bottom line is this. First, where do I start? You know, anything that you see going on the continent, whatever like that, could be changed if people step up and like that. If you don't like that right here, you go and get into the import export business. You start making those changes, right? If you're gonna sit back and do nothing and whatnot, and stuff got to be import export, and everything. The white man says, "Well, I could give you this, ship this right here. I can do this right here. I can do that right here." That's what's gonna happen. But if we don't sit back and say, okay, we're going to build this or get behind people that's trying to do this, there are African businessmen on the continent who are trying to change that. Why don't you find out who they are and let's start supporting those people that's trying to make that change. Let's support the government policies in Africa that want to make that change. Let's support the politicians and the policymakers that's trying to change that. But you don't want to do that, right? Because the white man is Thanos, and you want that as an excuse for you to sit back in America and do nothing. You know, then that's the problem. The eighth wonder of the world is the American Negro. I mean, we're like the ninth wonder of the world. Okay, you give people opportunity. Say, okay, you can make a lot of money. Oh, well, we can't do that because as soon as you do that, the white man's gonna come up and just take that shit away. Well, I don't know what to say about people like that. All we say is we're gonna keep pressing on and
Right.
everything like that. The white man's not invincible, right? The only thing is we have a lot of apathy and self doubt in Black America, and the only thing you ever see put forth in Black America is losses. But we're gonna start showcasing our wins in Black America, right? Because if you keep seeing enough wins in Black America, you're gonna convince yourself that you can do anything. We don't talk about wins in Black America. We don't talk about people who are succeeding. We don't talk about Black success or Black people who are doing things extraordinary things in America and in Africa. We don't talk about that. Why? Because when we talk about that, that goes against the whole narrative that we need pity, we need sympathy, all is lost and everything like that. We just have an excuse to sit back and drink our bitter juice all day. So that's what we're talking about tonight.
Yes,
You
sir.
know.
How can people reach you, Kala?
Okay, you put the link in the chat room on the social network, the
Yeah, I'm right now.
BAO.com. Put that social network. You want to join a BAO? Like I said, starting in January, we're gonna have some big things popping off. Some transformative stuff and everything like that. And you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. I mean, keeping it low key and everything like that, but something big is about to jump off in the BAIO. So like I said, enough people, all this work that we've been doing, all of us, our members and everything, have been putting in and everything. Some people have heard us. They've heard the message and everything. They heard what we're talking about, and all this stuff you see right now, it has that you see right now going on in Africa and stuff like that. You see Black America has a lot to do with the work of the BAO and a lot of other groups that's affiliated with us and everything. Why? Because before we start saying this is what we want to do, this is the way we're going to go, everyone's scared to talk about it. Well, what if? Who would imagine something like Dinah Samir a few years ago? Search for Who, the stuff, the work this man has done, going back and forth and everything, the connections he's made, the light he's shed on what's going on the continent, the interest, and how much similarities we have between the modern Africa and Black America. We're not that much different. And we're not that far removed from the African continent as people think. So therefore, there's a lot of good stuff going on. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of fun. You don't have, America's not the end of the story. We didn't begin in America, and we're not going to end in America. So therefore, like I said, it's about building a global Pan Africanist community. With all the nuances. Let me put it like that: the nuances, all the trouble, yeah. We argue with each other, yes. Fight with each other, yes. But that comes with any sort of relationship. Yeah, we bicker back and forth. Yeah, we say things, we take shots at each other. But I love my Nigerian brothers. I love my Ghanaian brothers. I love my Congo brothers. I love my Zambian brothers and whatnot. And we basically look out for each other, no matter what we go through and everything like that. There's always going back with it. But that's what family's all about. If you don't have problems or beefs and stuff like that, you don't really have anything real. So therefore, like I said, just keep in touch with us and watch what we're doing. I plan on going to the continent early next year. Hopefully by late January, early February, I'm going to be on the continent, and then hopefully by the summer I'll be able to go on the continent again. 2020 will be my year going to the continent, making things happen. So I want you guys to stay tuned and everything like that because this is not going to stop. You can pray all you want. You can pull out your Ouija board. You can pull out your voodoo doll. You can wish all you want on me and whatnot. I'm not going to stop. So keep trying. Kyle's not going anywhere. Kyle's not going nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going to stop me. You know what I'm saying? and this is just going to continue. It's going to keep growing. And all you Debbie doubters and you haters out there, we're going to keep stomping you in the head. You know? So that's it. My brother Dynas, man, you have a good trip. I don't hear from you Saturday. You say you leave Monday?
Yeah, I'll leave Monday. I head to New York. I head to Brooklyn actually. New York, Brooklyn, whatever, Sunday, and then I fly out Monday
And
night.
also, we have some PAIO members. We want to wish them a safe trip to some BAO members, autism, and a few other people who are going to Rwanda next week.
Okay.
We want to wish them a safe trip, and so they can come back to us, and safe and sound. That's probably the largest contingent of BL members going to the continent. So we want to wish them a safe trip.
Mm-hmm.
Hope they enjoy themselves and brothers get away from all the madness here,
Yeah.
relax, do what they have to do, and get back to us safe and sound. You know. So with that, we're gonna have Dynas on the continent, and we're gonna have some BL people. This is irreversible, folks. You ain't stopping this. And every time we go to the continent, we're making connections, we're building bridges. You know, and sooner or later, all the stuff we're talking about is going to happen organically. So either get with us or get rolled over.
Yes, sir. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also go to dynastamir.com, dynastamir.com. Mufasa, hit me up, brother. Until next time, family, Dynastamir, search for Huru. Peace.
Peace.